In this video, we're going to review how to use the factored form of a quadratic function. So first function we have here, f of x, that's negative 1/3, x minus 2, x plus 4. So you'll notice a is negative 1/3. And what are the x-intercepts? Well, the x-intercepts happen whenever the y value is 0, or when f of x is equal to 0. And when does that happen? That only happens when these factors are equal to 0. So either x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 4 is equal to 0. Notice that when you solve these, it looks like the sign flips. Okay. So x-intercepts should be 2 and negative 4. This is the reason why typically, if you look up here, we say that the factored form is a times x minus r times x minus s, where r and s are the x-intercepts. Because if you put in r, then it's r minus r, which is 0, so that works. And if you put in s, it's s minus s, which is 0, so that also works. So now we can draw a quick picture. 2 is here, negative 4 is here, and right in the middle is going to be our axis of symmetry. Right, so we already know that, let's say the h value should be the average of the two roots, which is 2 plus negative 4 divided by 2, which is negative 1. What else do we know? We know that it's concave down, so it should be something like this. And for some problems, that's all you need. If you want the actual vertex, though, you want to think about what is the actual k value. Since we know that the vertex occurs at x equals negative 1, we just need to put in negative 1 into the function. So negative 1/3 times negative 1 times 2, negative 1 plus 4. I think when you evaluate this, you're going to get positive 3. Yeah, that seems right. So finally, our vertex is at negative 1, positive 3. Finally, domain and range. So the domain, all real numbers. The range, y has to be less than 3. Okay, let's move on to g of x. We have 3x squared minus 14x minus 5. First thing we'll note is that we actually know a, right? A is 3, so it's going to be concave up. Okay. Now if we try to factor this, let's say, okay, we knew 3x squared is probably 3x times x. And then negative 5 could be like 5 and 1 with a negative in there somewhere. If you try it this way first, you'll notice that you get negative 5x plus 3x. That's negative 2x. That's not what you want. If you switch the signs, you get positive 2x, also not what you want. So don't forget the other choice, which is to swap the positions. So let's say we did plus 1 and minus 5 like this. You get 1x, 3 times negative 5, which is negative 15x. That does add to negative 14, so this is the correct factorization. So x-intercepts, you can think about, should be 3x plus 1 is equal to 0, x minus 5 is equal to 0. This tells you x should be negative 1/3 or 5. Now there is a way to do this just by factoring one more time. So you'll notice that right here, that's actually not in the form x minus r. You want x to have a coefficient of 1, so we're going to factor out the 3. We're going to get 3 times x plus 1/3. And now it's a little bit easier to see that this is a times x minus r, x minus s. R is going to be negative 1/3, and s is going to be 5, just like we said a minute ago. Okay, so let's draw a quick sketch. We have negative 1/3 and 5 as our x-intercepts. We know it's concave up, so it looks something like this. And the vertex should be exactly in the middle. Where exactly? We're going to say that's r plus s over 2, or negative 1/3 plus 5 over 2. Okay, so 5 minus 1/3 is like 4 2/3. If you divide that by 2, that's going to be 2 1/3. So if you want to write it as a mixed fraction, that's fine. So we know exactly where that vertex is now. I'm going to write it also as a mixed number, just in case it ends up being helpful. Now, the actual location of the vertex, we want to know the k value. So we're going to say that's the function evaluated at 7/3. It's a little bit gnarly. You could just use a calculator. So what is that? That's going to be okay, using a calculator, I got negative 21 1/3 as a mixed number. So vertex is going to be 7/3. Or let's say 2 1/3, negative 21 1/3. So the domain, x could be any real number. The range, y could be any real number that is greater than or equal to negative 21 1/3.